The communities of Gold Bar and Sultan are in disbelief right now. A man described as a father figure to countless children in the school district now accused of raping one of those kids.
It's just shameful, and it makes me upset because I love this town, and to have something like that happen, it's mind-blowing.
According to court documents, Jason Dominguez raped a then 13-year-old girl and continued the abuse over the course of 2 years. He became a close family friend, with the victim even referring to him as Dad. Her mother discovered the situation when she went through the girl's Facebook and social media messages. In one of them, Dominguez allegedly sent a pornographic picture and propositioned the child, to which she responds, "Dude, I'm only 13.
It just kind of makes me sick.
The 34-year-old Dominguez appears to have surrounded himself with children. He was a Girl Scout volunteer, a former Gold Bar Elementary PTA president, worked with the Sultan Middle School PTA, and was a member of Dads of Great Students. School officials say none of the abuse happened on campus. In fact, at least one of the incidents allegedly occurred at Dominguez's home while the girl had a sleepover with his own daughter. Snohomish County Sheriff's Office spokeswoman Sherry Ireton says this fits an all too typical profile.
They do like to create a world where they're very trusted and part of a community where parents trust them because it's easier for them to groom and identify victims.
Dominguez is a father of two and, as we mentioned, a corrections officer at the prison in Monroe. And we can now confirm for you through prosecutors that they say that more girls have indeed come forward saying that Dominguez either kissed or groped them. They are continuing to look into those tips. If you have any information about this case, you are asked to call a special tip line with Snohomish County. That number is 425-388-3845. We will also put that number up on king5.com. For now, outside the Snohomish County Jail, Eric Wilkinson, King 5 News.